Will Donald Trump end up denouncing Tony Hinchcliffe? I actually think it might matter. I'm going to play about 5 seconds because you probably already heard it at this point from what Tony Hinchcliffe said at the rally today.
A floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
So you don't need to be saying that at a political rally. I agree with basically the sentiment of this commenter on X saying that he's a fan of Tony Hinchcliffe, but he lost some respect because this is what you say in a comedy club. Edgy humor is fine. I don't even think that joke, by the way, is so ridiculous. In a comedy club, everybody knows what they're going to hear. They're probably going to be offended by certain things, and some jokes will hit, some jokes will miss. But this is a political rally that I think Tony Hinchcliffe selfishly is making all about him. It's not right. Tony Hinchcliffe says, "Oh, if people have no sense of humor, wild that a VP candidate would take time out of his schedule to analyze a joke, but it's not a comedy club, dude. It's a political rally." I think it's such a mistake. It gives the Democrats just an entire news cycle to run on. I actually think, to be honest, this is a big deal. This will not be the last time Trump and JD Vance hear about this. I believe this will be the number one question asked to them, maybe from now until the election. I think this is a humongous error from Tony Hinchcliffe. And basically, unfairly, as a representation of the Trump campaign, because he's at a Trump rally, Trump has not had a negative news story, honestly, probably since the Trump-Kamala debate on September 10th. I'm not even kidding. Can you think of like one major news story that went through a news cycle that was that negative to Trump? He has been crushing it for about 6 weeks. I think he's back to 2016 form, maybe even better. This Hinchcliffe story is just an unnecessary distraction.
They're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in.
So again, I think since this debate, Trump has had basically an unbroken streak of positive news stories, and this one is not positive. After this happened, Bad Bunny, Jennifer Lopez came out in support of Kamala Harris. And again, this article here, the Trump rally speaker bashes Puerto Rico as a floating island of garbage. People will read this. Not everybody knows who Tony Hinchcliffe is. He's not that famous. He's probably at best a B-level comedian. No disrespect, that's just a fact. He's not Dave Chappelle. Kamala Harris is capitalizing on this. This is their Twitter account 2 hours ago. "I have long been committed to Puerto Rico and the Puerto Rican people. Together, let's build a better future for both." Now, even Republicans are commenting on this. I think that's how you know this is a bad look. Rick Scott here says, "This joke bombed for a reason. It's not funny, and it's not true." Rick Scott is a Republican out of Florida. "Puerto Ricans are amazing people and amazing Americans. I've been to the island many times. It's a beautiful place." I mean, he clearly thinks this is a big deal. And again, not everybody is going to view this through the lens of a comedy club, and I don't even know if they should. It's a political rally. Tony Hinchcliffe, I just think he made a humongous, colossal error. Donald Trump may come out and just literally denounce Tony Hinchcliffe. It's 9 days till the election. Why would Trump take a chance that he loses some voters? There's a lot of Puerto Ricans apparently in Pennsylvania. This is another Republican congresswoman from Florida, disgusted by Tony Hinchcliffe's racist comment calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. This rhetoric does not reflect GOP values. Say what you want. This is a big deal hitting the political news cycle. AOC, you're opening for Trump by calling Puerto Rico a floating pile of garbage. 4,000 plus Puerto Ricans. I don't know if that's true, maybe. This isn't the Comedy Store. Exactly. And then what AOC says, which I actually agree at. Once in a while I agree with AOC. Maybe 1 in 20. "Before people try to act like this is some PC overly sensitive nonsense, I've been to Kill Tony shows. I'm from the Bronx. I don't give a S about crude humor." She's right. She is right on that. It's just I can see why people would immediately want to put this into the woke PC garbage. I don't think it's that. It's just there's been so much of that for 10 years. I understand why some people would just want to dismiss us as like, oh, whatever, it's a joke. And I mean, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe they're right. I don't know. I can see the argument, though, that this is a political rally. J-Lo comes out in support of Kamala. J-Lo has like 44 million followers or something like that on Twitter. And again, look at Kamala's stance. "Throughout my career, I've always fought for the people of Puerto Rico. Every chance he got, Donald Trump abandoned and insulted them. I mean, it wasn't him saying it, but it was Trump's rally. And again, that's just the optics of politics. Not everyone's going to get all the context. Tony Hinchcliffe already covered that part. Matt Walsh, I think he has a bad take. Matt Walsh is like a bad take machine. I mean, very rarely do I agree with Matt Walsh. I hope everybody appreciates the masterful strategy here. Give me a break, dude. Trump is goading the Dems into spending their final week crying about jokes. They are taking the bait. They cannot help themselves. They already were running the Democrats on essentially nothing. I don't understand the point for Matt Walsh here. I think he's just coping, to be honest. They already had no message. They were already floundering. Kamala couldn't answer questions. How are you different than Joe Biden? I don't know. I grew up in the middle class. This actually gives them like something at least to run on. This is like the Democratic Party dream scenario. You're a racist. You're a fascist. You're blah, blah, blah. You don't like Puerto Rican people. And Hinchcliffe also had other jokes there, but I was focusing on the Puerto Rican jokes. That's the one that's getting the most cover. Kamala's closing argument, yell at men, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just think you're giving them free stuff to run on here. Still, Trump is way ahead on Poly Market. I just don't know. I think if it dips even a little bit, I think Trump might just come out and say, I disagree fully with what Tony Hinchcliffe said. He's not going to be at another one of my events, blah, blah, blah. This is just a mistake from Hinchcliffe. And he should understand. You're a professional, understand where you are. I don't think Tony Hinchcliffe can push the blame here to the woke mob. I think he's got to look in the mirror and just realize he made a mistake. He's still famous. He's still rich. His career will be fine. Cuomo says, this is not funny. This is a continuation of disrespect of our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. This tweet has over 1 million views already. And just this is all over Twitter. There are a ton of views with millions of hits. I'll finish the video there. I certainly believe this is a big deal. I wonder if Trump and Vance will denounce this, because I am 100% certain, maybe 99.9, you can never be 100, there will be so many questions from reporters to Trump and Vance about this. This is like, the media loves stuff like this. So, with that said, I'll finish the video here. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.